I found out I had diabetes when I was 11 years old, so 24 years ago. Yeah, most of my life now. 1, 2, 3, and press hard. 1, 2, and that's it. It is a really extremely absorbing disease. More than in the physical, in the mental. You are so responsible for your own control, and every decision you make throughout a day is so impactful of your levels and your well-being that it comes with this bulge of obsession it's really hard to step away from. My name is Enrique. People call me Kike, which is short for Enrique. I'm 35 years old and I was born and raised in Mexico City. I've lived here my whole life. I am a filmmaker and photographer. I do mostly documentary work. I like to tell stories and I like to tell other people's stories, which I find interesting. And I've been living with diabetes for most of my life now. I've never actually felt different or less, but I absolutely always feel like I have a weight on my shoulders which needs some balancing every day. Yeah. And I don't mean it in a way that you should feel sorry for someone who has the disease, but only know that there are a big number of struggles and decisions and factors going inside their head at every given moment that you just cannot see. But we really are very close to family. Like, we get together at least once a week, right? So I don't know why exactly, but it just feels right. It feels warm, and it feels like you are taken care of. So it's hard for us to, as Mexicans or as a culture, or maybe as the Borges, which is my family, it's hard for us to step away from that. It's just nice feelings you want to have and you want to share. And unfortunately, like, it happens to a lot of people, but tragedy is there and you just can't hide, right? Specifically with cancer, and I hate to say that because it makes it feel personal with a disease, but it does. I've lost a couple of aunts to cancer. One of them just 2 months ago, and I lost my younger brother to cancer. He was 13 and I was 17. And that was definitely the beginning of a new life for me. I can't clearly remember, but I do have the memory of my older sister waking me up, shaking my leg and telling me our brother is dead, and it just hit me. I think it changed me in countless ways, but very particularly in the sense that life is not always, but most times it is very unfair. You can't really prepare for losing someone you love. So It was like that with my brother, but I remember my different members of my family processing it very differently. I have a very close cousin who was the closest, like the best friend with my brother, and she still struggles. Like I know she misses him the most, right? I remember my grandpa being mad. I remember my father being more silent. I remember my mother depressed, and I still can't feel like she's back. But we always talked about it as a family. The truth is, I have to work every day, and I forget most of those days to be more happy about it, to be more positive about it. I'm still angry a lot of the time. I am still in a bad mood when I shouldn't be in a bad mood. Like some days I go to bed and I said, man, you had a great day today, just sitting in the park with your daughter and your wife. Why didn't you smile more? And I try to be very transparent and communicative with people I care about. So I do listen when people tell me, you have a great life, or your daughter is beautiful, or enjoy the family you have created. Like I do try to pay attention, because I know they are saying it for a reason, and I know that in a way they are right. There's a lesson there I haven't come to understand fully, because it's super easy to complain and to see the bad in it all, but it only takes an outer perspective to shake you a little bit and make you realize how lucky you are and how much do you have in behalf of all the tragedy and all the loss you might have experienced. We're going to find a football field I found through Google Maps. That's the way I find a lot of the fields I want to shoot, and this one is particularly attractive and interesting because you have to get there by cable car. It's not the only way to get there, but it's the easiest and most practical. So football for me has been important ever since I can remember, and my father used to play it and my uncle used to play it. Like I am completely convinced that the game of football defines Mexico as a society. I just do not have an answer, an explanation for it. I have been working in this still photography project, Nacer con Cancha, and cancha is like an attitude in South America, they call it. So it's to be born with a certain spark, but also translates directly to be born with a field, right? I love it. Like only thinking about it, I smile, because it's something I take a lot of pleasure on. And I just walk around, first the city, then different towns in the country. And what I want to do is portrait Mexico's love and passion for the game. And in showing this, what I mean to do is show how diverse and unique and particular Mexico society is. I believe in the value and the importance of human relationships. Relating to an other will be easier to do whenever you have a sense of what that other's reality is. It doesn't have to be worse or better or necessarily similar to yours, but it's just the understanding and the recognition that there is something inside that other person that is not you, that is different than the way you see the world and you live your life. and I think it's so valuable because it's actually a tool for better relating to each other, and I do think that that is positive for a small community, but also in the bigger sense of the picture and of the world. It's better for all of us if we have better relationships and more understanding relationships with one another.